Welcome back to English class, children. I am very glad that most of you have submitted your homework. Now, while going through your sentences homework, what I found that many children are getting confused between simple, complex and compound sentences. Now, children, this presentation is especially for these three type of sentences. I am sure you are very clear about explanatory, exclamatory, interrogative, declarative and imperative sentences. I am sure I don't have to explain more about it. But these three you are getting a bit confused, right? So let's proceed. Now children, to understand simple, complex and compound sentences, you have to be very clear about clauses. Now first let us learn what is a clause. Now children, clauses, as I told you in the previous video, it should always have a verb and a subject, right? Now, Raju works in a firm. Which is a verb here, children? Works, right? Works is the action word here. Now, who is working in the firm? Raju is working in the firm, right? So, Raju is the subject. Raju works in a firm, right? So, this is a clause. He sings well. Sings is the verb, he is the subject. So, remember, children, a clause has to have a verb, okay? Now let's proceed to conjunctions. Now it's very important to understand coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Correlative conjunction we can skip now. We will explore more about it in the chapter conjunctions. Okay. Now coordinating conjunctions, as you can see here, and, for, so, yet, but, or, right? These are coordinating conjunction. Now children, remember the function of coordinating conjunction is just to join two sentences, right? For example, I will go to school, I will meet my friends. You can join these two sentences using and. I will go to school and meet my friends. So and here is just joining the two sentences. It does not show any relationship between the two sentences, right? Now let's come to subordinating clause. After. After I go to school, I will meet my friends. Only after I go to school I'll meet my friends. So after I go to school here is a dependent clause. I will meet my friends is an independent clause, right? So after shows the relationship, or it tells you more other than joining. It also has more functions, because dependent clause is actually, there is independent clause and dependent clause, right? So after, because of the subordinating conjunction after, these two clause, independent and dependent, could be joined. Understood? Now let's take another example. Until you finish your homework, I will not take you to the party. I will not take you to the party here is an independent clause. Until you finish your homework is a dependent clause. Now until is a subordinate clause because it also tells the relationship. Other than joining, it is also telling some kind of relationship, or it is telling you more about the two clauses, right? Now let's understand independent and dependent clause. As I already explained you before, here are some more examples. Asif plays hockey as he enjoys it. Now, only because Asif enjoys it, he plays hockey, right? Only because Asif is enjoying a lot playing hockey, or only because somebody likes to sing, he sings. Only because somebody likes to eat a cake, he eats a cake. So children, all these are examples of dependent clauses. Asif plays hockey is an independent clause, as he enjoys it is a dependent clause. You must work hard if you want to succeed in life. Again, you must work hard is a independent clause because it expresses a complete thought. If you want to succeed in life, this does not express a complete thought, right? So if is a subordinate clause, and if you want to succeed in life is a dependent clause, right? Now I am minimizing my screen, children. Here are some more examples. I had already attached this slide before. Now as I told you, simple sentence contains a subject and a predicate. It always expresses a complete thought. We like pizza. We here is the subject, like is a verb, right? The boys went to the park. Who went to the park, children? The boys. So the boys is subject, went is verb. So another thing you always remember, children, a simple sentence is also called as independent clause, right? Because it makes complete sense of its own. It does not require anything else, right? Now compound sentence. Now children, in a compound sentence there are two independent clauses. Now you know what are two independent clauses? Both the clauses can exist on its own. It is always joined by a coordinating conjunction. Now children, look at this example. The boys went to the park, but they did not go to the zoo. Now here children, but is the coordinating conjunction. Now, and the boys went to the park is an independent clause. They did not go to the zoo is an independent clause, right? Now children, I'll tell you how it will become a complex sentence, okay? The boys went to the park because they did not go to the zoo, right? So children, because when we put in because here, it becomes a complex sentence, okay? We like pizza and we like spaghetti. Here and is functioning as a glue, right? It is joining the two sentences. Now here is a tip. Look for these conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, right? These all are coordinating conjunctions. Now let's come to complex sentence. Now complex sentence, as I explained to you, contains an independent clause and a dependent clause. Remember children, independent clause exists in itself, it has a complete meaning, whereas dependent clause is always dependent on independent clause, right? Dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction. Here are examples children. After, before, because, although, when, since, if, whenever, unless, while, so, that, even though, wherever. There are more examples also, as we saw in the previous slide. Now here children, because the boys went to the park, they did not go to the zoo. I already gave this example, right? So now children, because here is the subordinating conjunction and it does the work of joining as well as explaining the relationship between the dependent and independent clause. I hope you are clear with this. Now children, we will be dealing with we'll be also talking about some commonly made mistakes. Now I had given a question, in spite of good ranks, she did not get admission in the college. Now children, this does not have any conjunction. In spite of is not a conjunction, right? So this is a simple sentence, right? Now the next example is, open the door, will you? Now children, this qualifies as both imperative and interrogative because you can see the question mark. Will you is a question tag, right? And open the door, will you is also a command. So it is both imperative and interrogative, alright? I hope I made myself clear. Thank you so much.